The Quest 2 is a funny little device that has silly ways of showing you that it's feeling a little bit sick. So here are 5 signs that your Quest 2 might need the hospital soon. The Quest 2 battery life is already bad enough, but over time it can get worse. Some people's Quest 2 have a funny habit of dying before they can even use it. Unlike you losers, my Quest 2 is perfectly fine, mostly because I barely use it. If your battery life is less than an hour and 30 minutes, then there might be an issue. But I kinda think it's well deserved if you play games like VR Chat and Rec Room, and Gorilla Tag included. And if you want to fix this problem, it's kind of too late, and the only option you really have is to take it to your nearest store that fixes Quests or anything with batteries. And you can also go to Meta's website to get service or replace your Quest 2. I'll have a link to the website in the description, but this is just a heads up for you guys to take better care of your Quest 2. If there's one way to know that your Quest 2 is not feeling its best, it is the way it feels. And I'm not saying caress the headset, but just feel the very front of it. If it's hot enough to cook food, just take it off your head before something bad happens. There are some ways to know that if the heating is normal or not. If you've been playing for 2 hours, it's normal for your Quest to feel hot. Or if you're playing a CPU and GPU intensive game, your Quest 2 may get hot pretty quickly and pretty warm. If you're playing VR Chat or Rec Room, I hope your Quest never gets to 100%. But if you've only been playing a short amount of time, let it be 30 minutes, and your Quest 2 is scorching like the sun, just know that there is something wrong. I'm not sure if there's anything you can do, to be honest, but the best thing to do is find a way to get repaired. But I'm not your repairman, so you can go find that somewhere else. There will be a link in the description below for like repair somewhere. One thing about the Quest that makes me very mad is the tracking. Sometimes when I put my hand next to my head, the tracking on the controller stops for whatever reason. I don't know why that happens. It makes me mad. There are cameras on the side of the headset to track the thing, but sometimes even if your controllers are in front of your headset, the tracking still doesn't seem to work. And bad tracking can happen to all Quest 2s, and there are many reasons as to why it can happen. Maybe your Quest 2 is finally becoming a grandpa only 2 years after release. Maybe there's also something wrong with your controllers that prevent perfect tracking, but don't worry, Superman has come to save the day, and I do have a potential fix for this. Get a microfiber cloth and then absolutely scrub the cameras on the Quest 2. Also, give a quick wipe down to your controller ring, and if that doesn't fix your tracking, then your controls are probably absolutely destroyed, or you might have to delete everything and completely factory reset your Quest 2. And if that doesn't work, then that sucks, to be honest. You're gonna have to do something about it. But if you are rocking the broken controllers, that's why you never play Gorilla Tag. Another way to find out if your Quest is finally getting old, and it's a pretty simple way, you just have to load up your favorite game or anything besides VR Chat. And if the game is laggier than it has been before 30 minutes into your terrible session, then that means it's time to retire your Quest. But don't worry, your doctor is here to save the day, and I have a few solutions for this problem. The first one is to throw away your Quest. The second one is to fully delete everything off your headset. I mean clean wipe, take everything off. And in order to do that, you'd want to open up the Meta Quest app on your phone, go to devices, click Quest, go to advanced settings, and then click factory reset, and then reset the whole thing. And then you're gonna have to reset up your entire Quest and re-download all your games, but it's a small sacrifice you have to make in order to get some performance back. But if you were unfortunate enough to go through all of that and your Quest is still really laggy, it's time to let it go and let it rest in peace. If you're not a console nerd, then you probably don't know what stick drift is. But for you normal people, stick drift is when your game character moves or looks around when your hands are not even touching the controller. In normal VR games, if you have stick drift, this can be extremely annoying and hard to play a game like VR Chat, which you should not be playing. Stick drift can happen to anybody with any controller, so it could be an Xbox controller, a PlayStation controller, or even a Nintendo Switch controller, but we don't use those around here. It can even happen to your Quest 2, but don't worry, your favorite doctor is here with a possible solution. First of all, try removing the battery off of your controller and then replace it with a brand new one. And if that doesn't work, then try to get the controller, turn the stick a little bit, and blow into the crevice. Sometimes that may work, but if you did all of that and it doesn't work, then you're kind of screwed. I'm sorry. If you want a way to fix your Quest 2, then click this video to find out what Quest 2 settings that you should turn off.